Welcome to the Your Entrepreneurship School podcast, or as I like to call it, the Yes Podcast. My name is Bridal Babes. I'm an executive business consultant for women who dream of living wildly and wealthy abroad. The Yes Podcast is for women who are ready to build a business that funds her dream life abroad so she can expand her business, bank account, and brilliance without settling for a life that tames her wildness. The Yes Podcast is sponsored by Bridal Babes Yoga, a Luxe start to your celebration. Ready to elevate your bachelorette or hen-do weekend with something truly unforgettable? My Bridal Babes Yoga experiences are crafted with intention, movement, and connection because you deserve more than just the usual. Immerse yourself in a soulful, joy-filled session designed exclusively for you and your crew. Whether you crave a restorative morning flow, a themed class with playful energy, or a heart-centered practice to set powerful intentions for this next chapter, we'll curate a dreamy experience that feels as radiant and one-of-a-kind as your love story. What to expect? Thoughtfully curated playlist, essential oil-infused head massage, a pause to breathe, move, laugh, and connect with the optional add-ons of tarot card reading, astrology chart reading, and friendship bracelet making. This isn't just a yoga class. It's a radiant start to your weekend, an unforgettable moment of luxurious relaxation and joy before the confetti. Let's make magic for your bridal crew. To book a Bridal Babes Yoga class, you can go to bridalmarita.com/bridal-babes-yoga or find our link in the show notes. Welcome to Season 2 of Your Entrepreneurship School. We are in Episode 2, and this is the Build Businesses We Love season. And every episode, you are going to have an alignment practice. You are going to have a business lesson and something to take away with you so you can go and build a business you love anywhere in the world. And because this is the Yes Podcast, I actually forgot to answer this in the first episode, but it's okay. I want to know, what are you saying yes to? And because I'm the host of this podcast, I'm going to answer the question. I am saying yes to good health and abundant wealth. I feel like these past couple of weeks I've been a bit under the weather, and when I'm under the weather, it impacts the business. So I'm calling in good health, abundant wealth, and just feeling much better in my body. What are you saying yes to today? You can journal on it, you can think about it, you can breathe with it, or what are you calling into that makes your body feel like a full body fuck yes? We're going to start today's episode with a visualization meditation. So you can stand with your 2 feet rooted on the earth. You can sit down, you can lie down, whatever feels good. And put one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take a full body breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Now imagine just clearing out the body. Inhale to fill yourself up. Exhale anything you don't need. And imagine yourself sitting in between your 2 eyebrows. So your third eye chakra, the opening of it, your mind's eye. And just imagine yourself sitting there, looking out into your beautiful, abundant life. And I want you to call in the place that you want to live in, or the place that just makes you feel like yourself. Notice the colors of this place, whether you're inside or you're outside. Notice the textures. Notice the atmosphere, the weather of this place. Is it warm and breezy? Is it chilly and cold? Is it a nice hot summer's day, or is it a cool spring day? Just notice and begin to notice how you emotionally feel in this place. Are you happy and full of joy? Are you content and at ease? Are you relaxed? Are you ecstatic? Just check in. How do you feel here? Take a full body breath in and a breath out. And stay in this place with the emotions, with the textures, the colors, the weather. And begin to notice really where you are at. Are you on a mountaintop? Are you in a cozy cabin in that mountain? Are you living in a vibrant city where the noise just fills your passion? Are you living near the beach where it's just warm year round and everything feels cozy because of that heat? Where are you? And again, notice the weather of this place. Notice how your skin physically feels in this place. What does your hair look like? What outfit are you wearing? What color is it? Now begin to notice the people in this place, or the beings. It could be animals as well. And just notice how these energies around you impact you. How do they make you feel? Are you energized by them? Are you full of laughter and joy because they are next to you? Do you feel safe? Is your body at ease when you are with these beings? How do they impact your life in this place? And now I want to know, how are you being of service? What is it that you are teaching that you love? Is it a physical practice? Is it something to do with the mind, the body, with work, with finances, with love? What are you teaching people to be or to do? And how does it impact their life? Just notice how you move in this space, what you do, and how it impacts others. And now I want you to visualize a vault, a bank account, a spreadsheet with a monetary amount. However your mind sees money, that's what I want you to visualize in this place, in space, in existence. Now, rather than putting in a monetary amount that makes you feel okay or good or at ease, what amount of money would excite your entire being? Like, what amount of money feels and looks like a full body fuck yes? That's what I want to know. What feels like a full body fuck yes? And visualize that exact number in your vault, in your bank account, on your money spreadsheet. It can be the monthly amount, the annual amount, or the monthly amount times 12 to make it the annual amount. And notice how your body feels when you see that amount of money. Notice how you receive it when it goes into your bank account or into your physical hands or into your realm of existence. How do you feel? Do you dance? Do you smile? Do you get quiet and tell no one? How do you respond when this amount of money shows up in your life? How can it help you further be of service? How can it help you teach what you love? How can it make your life better? And how can it make the lives around you better too? Now take a full body breath in and a full body breath out. And one last time, remember that number. Remember the weather of this place. Remember what you're wearing. Remember how you are physically and emotionally feeling. And really see this place and the beings in it and how you are impacted by this entire experience. Take a breath in and a breath out. And begin to welcome yourself back into this space, sitting in your third eye chakra, that beautiful space in between your eyebrows, your mind's eye. Come back to sitting in that chair. Wiggle your fingers, your toes, your nose, and begin to bat your beautiful eyes open, welcoming yourself home and knowing and trusting that space and existence we were just in, it exists. It is real. And your future self, she's already living it. One last time, breathe it in and believe it out. Welcome back to the Yes Podcast. Today, I want to chat with you about how one of my clients overbooked her retreat, made an extra 4K during her retreat weekend, and then 50% sold out her 2027 retreat, all within a few days, and how we made this happen. So one of my clients, they host women's retreats in the United States. And they came to me about 1.5 years ago with this idea of hosting a women's retreat. And they had already been hosting retreats, but they wanted to make it bigger and impact more women and create a bigger community for themselves and the women in their area. So what we did was actually quite simple. And I think this entire podcast is going to be a lesson on consistency and belief in ourselves when life is lifing and when life gets hard. So from a business perspective, this is what we did. This client came to me, like I said, a year and a half ago, but they took some time off to do some life things. And they came back to me about 9 months before their retreat. And I always say that a retreat takes 9 months to birth. So it takes a pregnancy to birth. And we started on this retreat in May. Then it happened this month, or sorry, it happened the end of February. And what we did was we sent out, first of all, we built her a website. We built her entire email campaign, the sales funnels, all of that. And once that was launched, we didn't even use social media. Like, we might have announced that her website was new and launched on her LinkedIn, but she wasn't a big social media person. So we actually used her email list to sell out this retreat. So we sent out weekly emails that were nourishing people and educating them on the topics of her retreat. Her retreat happened to be a religious retreat for women. And we literally every week just gave them scriptures to study, homework they can do, meditations they could do, visualizations, and ways to connect with community before the retreat was happening. And we even sent these out before we even announced the retreat. So we started doing that last summer and just educating people, telling them that something exciting was coming. And then come the autumn, we announced the retreat. And like any retreat, we had the early bird and then we had the normal pricing. But with my clients, I do something much different. I do not believe in just early bird happening for 6 months, which is stupid because sales requires urgency, and then just selling the retreat at the normal price. No, we had the early bird for 1 month. So her community, her audience had 30 days to book this retreat at the early bird rate, and then the price goes up, not to the normal rate. We raised the prices up, I believe, 3 or 4 times. So we upped the price come November, and we kept that price until mid-December. And we kept sending out weekly emails, but this time we offered bi-weekly info sessions on Zoom. So not only were they getting these educational emails, they got invited to hop on a group call with my client where they would get the exercises we're giving them in the emails on these 30 to 45-minute info sessions, plus a presentation on what the retreat was going to be. And then they also, at the end of it, got a free 20-minute call with my client to further their connection in their community, in their life, with their practice with God, all of that. And if they did that call, they would get that rate we were offering. We raised the price again mid-December, and then to provide urgency, because that's what sales does, is we raised the price again January 1st. So we had early bird. This is like the 4th price raise we did by January 1st. And I know you're thinking that's crazy, no one else does that, but actually flights, like airline companies do that, hotels do that, and retreats are, their biggest competitor are vacation packages, not other retreats. So if you're only raising your prices from early bird to normal price, there's no urgency there. You have to continuously raise your prices and raise the room prices or what's available in each room. So again, early bird, and then we raise the price twice after that, again in January, and then the retreat was happening end of Feb. I believe with all of the info sessions that were happening every other week, plus those nourishing emails, plus the price raises, we had 3 spots left by early Feb, and the retreat was at the end of February. So we weren't even worried about selling it out because we knew with all of these emails and now recorded info sessions that we could just email out to people, we knew the retreat was going to sell out. We got 2 bookings from a booking platform and then 2 more bookings from people in her community. The retreat oversold out by 1 guest. So we capped it at 30 guests. We sold it to 31 guests. And luckily the accommodation it was at, they had many rooms available, so it was fine. So we overbooked this retreat, which is like the best case scenario to have for your retreat, just on weekly emails, weekly Zoom info sessions that were live. They were 30 to 45 minutes. They provided education, a presentation, and a free 20-minute call with my client. And we raised the price basically every month until the retreat. So again, we raised the price, I forgot to say, in February as well for those last spots. So like the urgency was there and it was real. And then when the retreat happened, and it's just like if you do a yoga retreat or a fitness retreat, you want to sell when people are in transformation. So if you want to sell out a yoga teacher training, a really good time to talk about this yoga teacher training is when your students are in Shavasana. So you take them through this life transforming practice, and then while they're in Shavasana, you say like, keep one ear open, and you share 1 to 2 sentences about this training. We did something similar for this retreat. We had already booked the venue for 2027. We wanted to open it up to 50 people. 30 people were already on this retreat. And when we're like, you know what? This is what we're going to do. We are going to give these retreat guests an early bird rate if they sign up for the 2027 retreat 2 days after this current retreat. So it was a weekend retreat. They go home on Sunday. They have to book this retreat by Tuesday, 2 days later, to get that early bird rate for 2027 retreat. And we had the booking links ready. We had a private landing page built for them, meaning if you went on my client's website, you can't find this landing page. It is invite only. So you get sent this link that you can sign up for the early bird rate. And it's only if you get it sent to you. You can't find it if you just go on the website. And we had the checkout page ready, the landing page ready. We already had their email, so we didn't even have to get that again. And on the last day of the retreat, we just told them, hey, like, if you want to experience this sisterhood again, this connection with each other, this community, this time in nature, this time with the topics you're learning in this retreat, but take it to a whole other level, we are opening an early bird rate for the 2027 retreat if you sign up by Tuesday. And then after Tuesday, we don't even have this retreat available anymore. This retreat's not going to open again until we announce it in the summer for 2027. So like now is the time. You have between now and Tuesday, 48 hours to book your spot. And we sold out 50% of her 2027 retreat just by having that landing page ready with a checkout system connected to Square, which is a checkout system, and providing a 48-hour window that they can get the retreat in 2027 at this rate. 15 out of the 30 people, no, it was more than that. Sorry, 20 out of the 30 people went and booked the 2027 retreat. So I would say we were 5 away from 50% selling it out, because 20 out of 50, you do the math. But we sold 20 spots. My client made over $4,000 in less than 48 hours from this retreat that's not happening until 2027. Let me just recap all of this for you. We announced this retreat in the autumn of 2025. Sorry, I was trying to remember what year it was for the 2026 retreat. So like September, we launched the website, we announced the retreat, we provided educational emails that nourished our audience before that. We announced the retreat in September at an early bird rate. We raised the prices twice by mid-December of last year, once again in January 1st, and then again in February, right before the retreat. We sold 31 out of 30 spots just with emails and bi-weekly 30 to 45 minute info sessions live on Zoom that provided those exercises, again, a presentation, and offered a free 20-minute call with my client. And most people didn't even take that 20-minute call. They were happy with what we gave them on that info session. So again, we raised the prices multiple times to provide urgency. We provided a ton of nourishment via email and info sessions. We then provided a special rate that those retreat guests could book within 48 hours of attending the retreat. But we waited to tell them until the last day of the retreat because we wanted them in transformation. Like, we wanted them to experience this retreat in every part of their soul and their body before telling them, by the way, we have this special rate just for you, but it's only available for the next 2 days. And we sold 20 out of those 50 spots for the 2027 retreat. My client made over $4,000 in 48 hours. It really is that simple. It doesn't have to be a fancy sales funnel or a fancy website. It can be super basic as long as you are providing the nourishment and the education, and you can walk your talk with the years of experience you have in already teaching what you love. And that's how it's done. That is how you sell out an event and sell out the next one, by providing urgency and windows within windows that people can book, and nourishing your audience on a whole other level that they're not even used to. And it's creating trust and community before the in-person event even happens. And this can go for online services, offerings as well. It's just urgency and nourishment and showing that you know what you are doing and you are an expert in your field, and they trust you to be that for them and to create that container for them. So your homework from this is to create more urgency within your events and your offerings. So let's say that you're hosting a retreat right now and your early bird has been the early bird rate for over 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 8 months. I don't know. There's no urgency in that. Like no one's going to buy that. Keep raising your prices and then provide nourishment. Like whatever it is you're offering on retreat, offer it now at a lower level and just provide that in your emails. Get on those info sessions. Make yourself uncomfortable so that you can sell out your event. And if you have an online offering, it's the same thing. Put those booking windows into tighter time frames. So instead of giving someone a week to book, give them 24 hours or 48 hours to book and provide nourishment within those hours. You can do this. Let's take a full breath in and a full breath out. And I love to end every podcast episode with a poem or a quote. So give me 1 second. I'm just going to pull it up. This is my favorite part of the podcast. I love sharing this with you guys. Okay, I'm actually going to end this episode with 2 quotes because I think we need to hear both. The first one is, I am so in demand. People are lining up to work with me. I am so in demand. People are lining up to work with me. The last quote, wealth doesn't make me greedy. It makes me generous, grounded, and free. Wealth doesn't make me greedy. It makes me generous, grounded, and free. Take a full body breath in. And just breathe in that wealth, breathe in that abundance, breathe it in, and breathe out that wealth and abundance so it can surround you. Thank you for tuning in to today's podcast episode. I'm super excited to see you all next Saturday, where we are going to believe in our brilliance and fund our beautiful businesses so we can live an abundant life anywhere in the world. See you next week. If you are a women-run business and want to be featured as a commercial on the Yes podcast, then send an email to britta@brittamareda.com or check the show notes to get the details. Thank you for listening to the Your Entrepreneurship School podcast. If funding your life abroad sounds like something you want to do, then check out the show notes to find out ways we can work together. If you feel called to leave a review, then you can find me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. I'll see you on our next episode where we will expand our business bank accounts in brilliance without settling for a life that tames us, all while saying yes to our wildest dreams.